Another episode na po dito po sa Afternoon Live. Magandang hapon po sa inyo. Tuesday po, March 25, 2025. And on today's episode, unfortunately, I was supposed to do it yesterday, which is Titong Lunes. And today we just started a brand new week instead. Dahil I was actually on a busy schedule. So, yeah, and there are some basically turn of events. But anyway, today's topic there is we're going to be talking about yung mga metaphors and how are we going to put something on everyday life. Tapos later on the short program, maghihimayin po tayo sa kung ano ba ang mga inputs and outputs. Now, let's yan, nasa siguro natin. But anyway, let's just get this thing started. So let's start on first with metaphors. So ano ang ibig sabihin ng metaphor? Yun ang tinatawag na yung mga sentences, or kasi we heard about this, yung metaphor. Oh. Pero iba yung definition ani. So ang ibig sabihin po yung metaphor is if they can abstract yung concept ng yung in a more familiar and accessible form. So, tandaan ha, Chanmates, more familiar and accessible form. So, ito po yung halimbawa, ha? So, yan ang halimbawa. So, when you say, if you're talking about if yung mga items or checking out ang metaphor sa kanila, okay. So, kapag ang familiar knowledge ay yung adding items or checking out, so, ang metaphor sa kanila ay ang shopping cart. Tapos, kung inyong familiar knowledge ay yung pag-drawing or to paint a picture or to erase, if you're familiar with this tool called paint, no? And ang sagot sa metaphor ay yung toolbox. And so on. So, pwede ay gumamit ay para sa yung online shopping or graphics applications o kaya yung virtual reality ang something like that. At pwede po yung data storage. And now we're going to talk about yung mga metaphors that how are we going to apply sa ating everyday life. Later on the show, we'll be talking about what are those behind yung mga inputs and outputs. So, unahin natin yung metaphors in everyday life. So, una, yung detective, okay. So, kapag yung detective listened to her tales with a wooden face. Next one is the typical teenage boy's room in a disaster area. So, I think these are actually yung mga examples. Bakit nyo sinabi ng mga examples? Okay, so bukod sa main definition ng metaphor na are widely used to make sure of users' existing knowledge when learning new computer systems, forgive about the background here, but anyways, bukod sa main definition ng metaphor, meron pa iba pang mga definitions sa mga metaphors. So, una, yung verbal metaphors, which are the useful tools to help users to understand in a new system. Sa virtual interface naman ay yung mga verbal metaphors trying to explain the use of computer system in terms of something that it resembles. And instead of using verbal metaphors, they went further and designed an interface metaphor for the star system. Ang susunod po ay yung composite metaphors, which is yung isang problem with the tinatawag na so-called metaphor as model approach is the difficulty of introducing new functionality which does not fit into the interface metaphor. At sa mga applications na ito ay if the desktop metaphor has been used successfully for operating systems or yung other metaphors have been developed for specific types of applications. So ang halimbawa nito, Genmates ay yung tinatawag na data storage or online shopping, graphics applications, and so on. Sa interface elements naman ay yung mga tabs at yung progress bars and icons. Okay? So, yeah. Ito po yung mga idea pagdating sa metaphor. Bakit ang tinatawag yung metaphor na pagdating sa uh, yung mga kinds of sentences or whatever? Babagay po kami yung afternoon live sa ilang sandali, and when we come back, we'll be talking about what is behind the inputs and the outputs and how do we relate this into our everyday life. So, stay here. And welcome back. Now, this is what happens after I just started selling pancakes. Sorry. Why pancakes? Pancakes. So, pancakes. I get what you mean. So, yeah. So, anyway. But anyway, because this is bringing to the next topic here. So if you Chan-mates heard about what are these inputs, processes, and outputs. So as you have know that when we're talking about inputs, it means to say something na you're going to contribute. You're going to parang these are the ingredients, right? Tapos yung output ay ito po yung final result, ha? Tama ba? Okay, yan ang final result kapag yan ang output, and basically that's a result. So yeah, ayan. So yeah, yan ang ito ng result. And when you say process, that means process. So yan ang gumawa natin. But anyway, so talking about what is behind with the inputs and outputs. So, ang input device is, ito po yan ha, a device that together with appropriate software transforms information from the user into the data that a computer application can process. So, take note po yan ha. Transforms information from a user. So, that means to say, yan ang mga contribution na mula sa user. So, then, when you say output, it means to say, yun ang resulta. So, that means to say, kapag yan ang result, or if this is the final product, that means to say, yan ang output. So, yeah, tama na yan. Then, a choice for the input device for a computer system should contribute positively to a usability of the system. And the most appropriate device is one which matches, okay, yan ang tatlo, ha? Matches the user's psychological characteristics, its training, and expertise. Then, is appropriate for the task, which is yung halimbawa, yun ay continuous movement or discrete movement. Then is suitable for work environment, which is yung speech input, which is not appropriate for the noisy workplace. Sino yung sasabihin yun? Which you can hear something for the background. Okay, noisy workplace. Yeah. So anyway, so yung physiological characteristics, psychological characteristics, training, and expertise. So, yan ang mga apat na kinonsidera para sa matches the user psychological, okay, yun matches the users sa most appropriate device for yung mga appropriate something. Then, anyway, if we're going to talk about a little bit of types of keyboards, yan ang, if I'm going to mention about the two, the QWERTY keyboard, yan ang QWERTY, yun ang ginagamit dito, which is yan. Tapos yung Dvorak approach is yung middle sa keyboard natin ay, if you notice, yung A, O, E, U, I, D, M, T, yung nasa middle side of the keyboard. Tapos, we're like talking about yung mga, kumbaga, yung mga weirdest keyboards that we're actually doing. Tapos, if we're going to talk about yung nasa mga devices and outputs, it means to say, yan ang tinatawag na, how am I going to put this? Kasi, okay, this is the output. Example ha, the afternoon live show that you're seeing right now, yan ang tinatawag na na output. And as you can see, nakaranas po tayo yung technical problems. So, these are one of the points na dapat ipa-consider. So, yeah, agree na po tayo ha. Okay, then we still have yet to talk about yung mga pointing devices and the output. So I hope you have learned something about it. Okay, now as I mentioned that a while ago about talking about pancakes, this is what happens kasi I just made a profit about it because they're actually good. They're actually good. Okay. And ngayong Biyernes na pod ang the next batch, but it's still testing purposes. So why should I test? Para malaman ang demands. And anyway, before we go, just to for some announcement, ang Genshin tonight throwback live stream po yung about Lantern Ride 2024. So you have already noticed the premiere of Lantern Ride 2024, which is yung ika-4 na bugso, which already just premiered on Chan TV 17 YouTube channel just a moment ago before we started streaming here. Tapos, there's the 5th part, which is the last part yung throwback, mamayang 10:45 PM yung sa Chan TV 17 YouTube channel. So I hope you can go ahead and check it out. And there we have it. Yan ang isa pang edition ng Afternoon Live for this Tuesday. Tapos bukas, Hump Day Wednesday na tayo. Wow! So what are we going to do with it? For more future content, please do not forget to subscribe or to follow on my social media pages down below. Once again, this has been Chanoshino speaking. Thanks for watching. Ito po ng Afternoon Live at magandang araw sa inyo lahat.